Yeah.
Good. Fella's giving way. Eyes up. Where do you want to look? Here.
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 Eyes up. Blue one. Right and left. Where am I looking?
Oh.
There. Keep looking right and left. Don't need to look where the car points. He's waiting. I need to look where the car wants to go. Is my left knee in the middle of the space?
Yeah.
Yes. My right knee's fine with that. My left knee's in the middle of the space. So the distance my right knee is away from this side, my left side of the car is away from that side. Look at the van. Perfect.
Don't I try to look on the floor, you know?
Don't.
See how people, you know, how you feel.
Yeah, good, do it. So I'm going to put my left knee in the middle of the space. I'm not really happy with it.
No.
So I am slowing down. I'm stopping.
Let them go.
Because that gap I wasn't happy with. So I decided to wait at space. Is there going to be? I've got a little option here to go before, but I'm not happy with space. Left knee's in the middle, it's tight, so I'm slowing. Because my left side was going to be tight, because I knew my right knee was going to be tight.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Do you understand? Yeah? We'll go right. How much time also will your students waste looking at the giveaway line?
Yeah.
Why do they do that?
Don't know.
What do you think?
Scared.
What though?
Because they can't see.
But what are they scared of then, Cassia? Let's break it down. Why? Why would they be scared of giveaways?
Well, I don't know.
What's going to happen if we go over it?
Cars, you know, coming.
Okay, there's your reason.
From there.
But here, I'm turning left. If there's no cars coming right or left, I don't need this giveaway.
No. So then we...
If there's no cars coming either way, I don't need the giveaway. The giveaway is not a giveaway if there's no cars coming. It's a bend.
It is.
That's all. But that many people stare at that giveaway line for so long coming into it, when it actually tells you
no one dead.
Nothing. It doesn't tell you
anything. Yeah.
Every time someone looks at it, what aren't they looking at?
The floor. They do.
No, they're looking at the floor, but if they're looking at the giveaway or the floor, what aren't they looking at? What are they not looking at?
They're not looking.
What tells us what to go?
Exactly. So is it clear to go then?
Okay.
Or no?
Here's a little task for you to give you an idea of what it's like for the student. When we get going, when these lights change again, every 2 seconds, I'd like you to close your eyes for 2 seconds.
Okay. When we move?
When we move. So you can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And I'd like you to see how scary it is.
It is. I can imagine this straight away. We're not knowing.
That's what your students are doing, looking at the floor.
Scared.
And in the time that they are looking around, they then have less time to actually work out how sharp it is, and what's a hazard, and what's not, and read people. And check the mirrors and see whether it's safe.
Oh God, yeah.
I call it getting rid of the fluff. Getting rid of the stuff that you don't need to do. And this looking at the floor,
it's not needed.
It's a waste of time. It's no different than looking at your phone for a
Yes.
second. So shall I look at my phone for a second, look out there for a second, look at my phone for a second, look out there for a second? Should I?
No.
Why?
Because you're wasting your time
And it's dangerous.
and it's danger.
No different than looking at the floor, looking up. But try it. Try it just for a second, Cassie, not two, as we drive up this road. So, look up the road for a second, close your eyes.
No.
Look up the road for a second, close your eyes. Look up the
No.
road for a second. Isn't that horrible?
It is.
That's what your students are doing.
Clever this. Clever.
It's exactly what your students are doing, but in a different way. Now try it. Look at the floor for a second, look up the road. Look at the floor for a second, look up the road.
I said you can't see anything. You're just literally there, but you don't know what the risk is ahead and what could happen.
See where I'm coming from? Isn't it,
So,
Matt?
yeah, that I will have to, keep watching them. What's the how I do watching them obviously, but
Not in that way,
not in that
and not
way. Yeah.
not enough.
Okay.
Left knee's middle of the space, happy with that, happy with that. Left knee's middle of the space, my right knee's okay with the bus, my left side's
Yes.
fine. Don't have to look at them, just tell. We're getting through the lights, and then we're taking the road. I'm just slowing for the guy. We're getting through the lights. See where it says Thingwall Road? Can't do now.
Yes.
We're taking the road on the left, a bit further down, where that first van, second van's to go in there as well. We're going slightly round that bend and then we're turning left. I'd like you, on the approach, to do that second looking down, second
then,
looking
yeah.
up. And it will give you, there's a pocket
Yeah.
down that side, it's fine. Yeah, I'd like you to have a go
Looking down and
looking down for a second, and I mean right at the piece of tarmac in front of the car, and then looking up, then looking down for a second, and then looking up, and have a go and see how difficult it is to actually pick up on how fast approach we need to be.
Okay.
So there's the
So
road,
There is the road. Yeah.
floor for a second, up second, floor for a second, up for a second, floor for a second. What's that like, Cassia?
Well, I couldn't tell. Isn't it?
Okay, so you couldn't tell.
No.
Great. Have a guess the problems that your students have got with speed on the approach then.
They're looking on the floor and they can't see how what's the junction are like.
How simple is that?
Not
Try
very
it now.
simple, yeah.
Floor. Up for a second. And look to the right. Floor. Have a look right for a second. Floor. How horrible is that?
You can't.
You can't take it. You cannot do it.
No.
It's impossible. No wonder students find it difficult. Is that a little bit of a light bulb moment for
Yeah,
you, Cassia?
because you told me ages ago when we've been doing this part 3, the training, people looking on the floor, till you actually, with the people, and you see about how it is, how they're struggling. But now I have to, like when we're going to be turning, obviously I'm checking if they check the mirrors.
I don't. Yeah.
And then I want to see where they look,
Yes. And if they're looking at that piece of road surface in front,
That's it.
that's it.
That is the issue why we.
It's just so much fluff. It's untrue. And it's the cause of most things, Cassia. Honestly.
Just been trying to doing this up and down with this junction.
Wasn't it? It's just, isn't it disorientating? You don't
Yeah.
actually see where you are. And when you're looking down at that floor,
We're going to turn left, boom. Oh, there. So there is my, thing.
and then you're also now, if your eyes are on the floor here, try it here, coming into this. Floor,
Oh, no.
up, Floor, up. What should we do? Floor. See, it's horrible, isn't it?
It is.
But it's what students do. Okay.
See, it's much easier for me to understand about how they can see.
Actually, what they're doing. Yes.
Yeah.
They're not meaning to either.
No.
It's just through fear, because they're worried about the size of the car and judging it. So when I said earlier on that this left knee stuff that I've been doing has totally transformed my teaching of students and instructors, this is why.
Yeah.
It's the be all and end all. It really is. It's been my sort of like, not standing joke in our family for years, but yeah, me and Liz were out for a walk. We just went out for a walk. Where were we? I think we were on over on the Wirral, the other side, River D. We just went for a walk, nice walk on the coastline, and I tripped over of a stone, and Liz laughed at me.
Oh my God.
And she went, "Was that because you were looking up and not down?" And it was an absolute classic moment, because it's been a standing joke for years, and it is just people just look down there, and it's stopping them doing this that's crucial to safe driving, and it reduces cognitive load because they get more time with their eyes out there seeing actually what they need to see. Honestly, it's everything towards students. Yeah. So